Good morning, students. Hope you're doing well and practicing regularly because English is such a section that requires rigorous practice on the part of an aspirant. We all are well aware of the ever rising cutoff game of the banking and government exams these days. So, we need to buck up and practice rigorously and make sure that we leave no stone unturned in our preparation. So, now let's begin with a new topic, that is idioms. So, let's start. So, what are idioms? Idioms may be defined as expressions peculiar to a language. They have an important role in all languages. So, an idiom is a special phrase, or you can say a group of words whose total meaning is different from the meaning of individual words in the phrase. That is, an idiom is basically a type of phrase or expression that has a meaning that can't be deciphered by defining the individual words. So, is it clear? The English language is full of idiomatic expressions which play an important part in it. An idiom is not a matter of logic or grammatical principles. It is fixed by long usage and its order of words should never be changed. Fine. So, is it clear? So, now let us discuss some idioms. So, our first idiom is walls have ears. So, it is a saying meaning beware of eavesdropper. That is, be careful about what you are saying as people might be listening, or you can say overhearing your conversation. Fine. So, let us take an example. Write it down. Here is the sentence. Be very careful about what you say regarding the secret message even the walls have ears. So, is it clear? Beware. So, the sentence is be very careful about what you say regarding the secret message, even the walls have ears. So, is it clear? Now, moving on, our next idiom is let the cat out of the bag. So, meaning to reveal or disclose a secret often by mistake, that is without intending to. So, let me write down the meaning. To reveal, or you can say disclose a secret, usually by mistake, that is without intending to. Clear? So, let us understand this with the help of an example. So, here is the sentence. Tina let the cat out of the bag about my surprise birthday party. Fine. So, Tina let the cat out of the bag about my surprise birthday party. Fine. Now, next idiom is kill two birds with one stone, meaning to succeed in achieving two things in a single action. Basically, to achieve two aims with a single effort. So, let me write down the meaning. To achieve two aims with a single effort. So, for example, write it down. Biking to work kills 2 birds with 1 stone. It saves money traveling and will help to lose weight. So, biking to work, that is cycling to work, kills 2 birds with 1 stone. It saves money traveling and will help to lose weight. Fine. So, is it clear? Now, moving forward to our next idiom, which is don't count your chickens before they hatch. So, it means that you cannot depend on something happening before it has happened. Meaning, you should not make plans for the future because you do not know for certain how a particular situation will develop. Fine. So, let me write down the meaning. You cannot depend on something happening before it has happened. So, meaning you should not make plans for the future because you do not know for certain how a particular situation will develop. Basically, it is used to advise someone not to make the mistake of assuming that the thing they are hoping for will definitely happen. According to this idiom, it's better to wait and see the actual results before getting excited and making plans, to avoid being disappointed. Fine. So, let us understand this with the help of an example. So, write this down. When dealing with important financial arrangements, it is imperative that you do not count your chickens before they are hatched. Fine. So, when dealing with important financial arrangements, it is imperative that you do not count your chickens before they are hatched. So, is it clear? Now, next idiom is time is money, meaning that a person's time is as valuable as money. So, let me write down the meaning. A person's time is as valuable as money. So, it's a widely used idiom that emphasizes the value of time and admonishes us not to waste time, since wasted time equals wasted money. Clear? So, for example, stop wasting your time always remember that time is money. So, stop wasting your time, always remember that time is money. So, is it clear? Now, moving on, next one is comparing apples to oranges. It is used to say that two things are completely different and it is not sensible to compare them. Fine. So, meaning two things are completely different. And it is not sensible to compare them. So, let us take an example. You cannot compare ballet to jazz dance. It's like trying to compare apples to oranges. So, you cannot compare ballet to jazz dance. It's like trying to compare apples to oranges. Fine. So, is it clear? Now, our next idiom is a penny saved is a penny earned, meaning it is important to save money. So, its meaning is it is important to save money. So, for example, being a financial consultant, she always advises people to save money. She says to her clients quite often that a penny saved is a penny earned. So, being a financial consultant, she always advises people to save money. She says to her clients quite often that a penny saved is a penny earned. Fine. Now, moving on, our next idiom is a piece of cake, meaning something that is easy to do, something easily accomplished. Fine. So, let me write down the meaning. Something that is easy to do, comma, something easily accomplished. Fine. So, let us understand this with the help of an example. The exam was a piece of cake. Clear? Now, next idiom is once in a blue moon, meaning not very often, very rarely. So, let me write down the meaning. Not very often, very rarely. Clear? So, for example, my sister lives in London, so I only see her once in a blue moon. My sister lives in London, comma, so I only see her once in a blue moon. Clear? Moving forward, next idiom is keep something under one's hat, meaning to keep something secret. To keep something secret. For example, something has been bothering her, but she's been keeping it under her hat. Something has been bothering her, comma, but she's been keeping it under her hat. So, is it clear? Now, next idiom is rat race, meaning a fierce, comma, unending competition for success, wealth, etc. Let me write it down. A fierce, unending competition for success, wealth, etc. So, let us understand this with the help of an example. So, here's the sentence. He got tired of the prevalent rat race in the metropolis and therefore retired to live in his ancestors' house in the village. He got tired of the prevalent rat race in the metropolis and therefore retired to live in his ancestors' house in the village. Fine. Now, moving on, next is the lion's share, meaning the largest share or the largest portion of something. The largest share or the largest portion of something. So, for example, when the money was divided comma, he got the lion's share. When the money was divided, he got the lion's share. So, is it clear? Now, our next idiom is a bed of roses, meaning a pleasant, carefree, happy, or you can say easy living. It is also used to refer to a rosy or very favorable situation in which the least amount of trouble is involved. So, for example, life is not a bed of roses. Clear? Moving forward, our next idiom is take the bull by the horns, meaning to face a difficulty or danger boldly. So, its meaning is to face a difficulty or danger boldly. So, for example, if you want to solve the problem forever, you must take the bull by the horns. If you want to solve the problem forever, you must take the bull by the horns. Fine. So, is it clear? So, now our next idiom is break the ice, meaning to say or do something to make people feel relaxed and comfortable. Basically, to remove the tension, overcoming the social awkwardness often experienced between people meeting for the first time. So, is it clear? Let us understand this with the help of an example. At parties, I tell jokes to break the ice. At parties, I tell jokes to break the ice. I hope it is clear. Now, moving on to our next idiom, which is a skeleton in the cupboard, meaning closely kept secret which would embarrass someone if became known. Let me write it down. Closely kept secret which would embarrass someone if became known. So, for example, he asked if she had any skeletons in her cupboard that might affect her political campaign. He asked if she had any skeletons in her cupboard that might affect her political campaign. Fine. So, is it clear? So, till now we have discussed a few important idioms. The remaining ones you all can do it on your own, because the number of idiomatic expressions is so vast that we cannot discuss all of them here. Refer to books like High School, English Grammar, and Composition by Wren and Martin. A lot of idioms along with the meanings are given there. Fine? Or you can refer to any book which you want. Is it clear? So, that's it for today. We will continue further in the next lecture. Thank you.